Hey everyone, it's Chris back again with another pickups video for the month of July. Picked up 13 new games now, so I figured it's about time to show you what I got. So what we're going to start with is a single series that I've finally completed my collection of, and that is Ace Combat. We'll start with this game, Ace Combat Zero, the Balkan War. And this is, as the name says, a prequel to the entire series. So I think it uses the same engine as Ace Combat 4 and 5, so it looks very nice. I haven't played this one too much. I'm trying to beat Air Combat 1, which that's the next one I got, is the original Air Combat. This is the first game before they changed the US name to Ace Combat. It was always known as Ace Combat in Japan, but for some reason they made it Air Combat here. And surprisingly, as dated as this game is, it's still a lot of fun. I think I'm maybe like 10 or 12 missions in, maybe? And yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's nice seeing those old school 32-bit polygon graphics. I don't know, there's something charming about them to me. But yeah, I'm enjoying this a lot. It's cool to see where the series started. Pretty simplistic, minimal story in this, by the way. I think they even retcon parts of the story. Like, this game doesn't even say like the locations that it takes place in. So yeah, very minimal story in this one, but cool to see the series root there. And then of course I also picked up Ace Combat 2. And this is where the game started to have an actual story. Yeah, it's a good game. They really refined the gameplay of the first game, Air Combat. So yeah, it's got more of a story as well, better graphics, you know, more functions with the controls and stuff. So yeah, it's cool to have that. And then I picked this up as well. It's Ace Combat Assault Horizon Legacy Plus. Now this is actually a remake of the one I just showed, Ace Combat 2, obviously for 3DS. Now this actually came out without the plus on it, and the original version didn't have amiibo support. It didn't have support for the new 3DS with the, you know, the extra analog nub and extra buttons. So the controls are much better in this. It's more like the PS2 Ace Combat games, where you can, you know, use the right analog stick to look around the cockpit, and you can use the extra triggers to do the yaw of the ship. I think that's called the yaw, where you move left and right. Or maybe that's, oh no, that's the rudder, I think. But yeah, it's really nice. I think I read that this runs on the same engine as Ace Combat XI on mobile devices. So it's basically the mobile phone engine, but it looks really nice in 3D, especially when you use the cockpit view. It really brings out the depth of 3D. So yeah, this is very nice. But yeah, it is just a remake of Part 2, so it is a little bit simplistic with the mission design. Alright, and then this was the last one I needed to complete the collection. Ace Combat 6, Skies of Liberation. This is the last game I needed anyways in the actual canon of the series, the main canon, which is a fictional world. I forget what the world is actually called, but there's some other, you know, Ace Combat games, Assault Horizon on 360 and PS3, which takes place in the real world. And then there's a PSP one I don't have that's also in the real world and not connected to this one's main story. Assault Horizon is what they kind of base some of the gameplay modes off in this. In Assault Horizon, you can like hit a button and it automatically flies behind the ship and does like a close-up dogfighting view, which you can turn off in this game. But yeah, I like to turn it off, honestly, because it makes the game too easy. You just fly up to another jet and hit a button, and it's like hit a button to win, so I don't use it in this game. I like to use the classic style. But anyways, this was the last like game made in the main storyline series in the classic gameplay, and it's really good. It looks really nice. Like maybe it's because I'm used to playing the PS1 games lately, but yeah, the jump from like the PS1 graphics to this is like really jarring. It looks so good. I did a live stream of this. You can check that out on my channel. But yeah, I'm getting pretty pumped up for Ace Combat 7, so I wanted to get every game in the series, so I would highly recommend this if you like Ace Combat. Okay, next up, I guess we'll show off some of the handheld games I picked up, starting with this, Kirby's Triple Deluxe. Now this is the predecessor to Planet Robobot. I think it's on the same engine, and yeah, it's similar gameplay wise, except, you know, obviously you don't have the robots in this one, but yeah, I guess people complain that it's too easy, but I think the Kirby series has always been pretty easy. To be honest, I played the original Kirby. I think that was the original Kirby on the original Game Boy. And then I think the sequel was on NES, or maybe it was the other way around, I can't remember. But yeah, I played a little bit back in the day, but I never owned it. So lately I've been kind of getting into it. So first Kirby game I owned was Robobot, and I really liked it. And then I found Kirby's Dream Land on Game Boy at, I think, Goodwill. So yeah, I decided to pick this up. I'd also like to get the Kirby, whatever, I forget what it's called, the Kirby collection for the original Wii. It has like all the Game Boy games, the NES game, the N64 game, so it's kind of pricey though. I think it's like a $70 to $80 game now on eBay. But yeah, this was, I think I just saw this at Walmart for, you know, 20 bucks, so I'm like, might as well pick it up, because I actually don't see this in stores a lot. It seems to sell out, at least at GameStop in my town, so I decided to grab it when I saw it at Walmart. So I played a little, and yeah, it's fun. It's got the nice art style, nice charm to the characters and the weapons you pick up and stuff, so I like it. But yeah, it's definitely easy, but I think that's kind of the point of the Kirby series. And then I picked this up on sale. I believe I got it for $14. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. I've never played the Luigi's Mansion series, well, at least the first game on GameCube. But it seems cool. Like, it's basically feels like a more comical Resident Evil. You know, you kind of wander a mansion solving puzzles, and then, you know, you got to suck up ghosts. But yeah, the only thing I don't like is, I guess you can't save until you actually beat a level. So I played a little bit of the first stage, and I just had to turn the game off because I didn't feel like beating the rest. So I'm just going to have to start it over when I come back. But it's cool. I mean, I like the art style. It's funny seeing Luigi's reactions to like the first thing he encounters is a mouse with a key attached to it, and he flips out. He's such a wuss. But yeah, it's fun. It's like I said, it's basically a comical like an old school Resident Evil game almost. So yeah, I'd recommend it if you can get it cheap. I don't know if I would have paid full price for this back in the day. All right, next up we got this game, another limited run game, Darius First CS, the PlayStation Vita version. I don't know if you guys remember, I picked this up on PS4, and I was really debating whether to buy the Vita version because it's, you know, $50 on Vita for a game I already own. But, you know, at the last minute I'm like, you know what, I should just do it because I really like the Vita. I want to collect all the best games for it, and I don't have any shoot 'em up games in my collection. There might be some other ones I don't have, but I figured this would be a good pickup to have a good shoot 'em up on the system. And yeah, it's a great game, but $50 is kind of a lot to ask. And this didn't actually sell out very fast on limited run games. I think it took 2 or 3 days for it to sell out. Normally it takes, you know, under an hour for their games to sell out. So it's probably not going to be that in demand, but I wanted a physical copy of this on Vita, so I'm glad I got it. Okay, I guess we'll show these ones off. So I picked up this game, Tekken 7. This is the Steelbook that came with the pre-order. I'm pretty happy with it. The story mode is pretty cool, but I kind of wish they had the normal like arcade mode where you pick a character and play through a bunch of battles and then get an ending for each character. Instead, there's just like a scrapbook you flip through and pick characters, and it's only one battle, and you get an ending that's kind of weak for a lot of the characters. But the main Mashima story mode is pretty awesome. It would be nice if it was a little longer with more characters in it, but still, it's pretty cool, and the fighting in this is top-notch. I'm definitely happy with it. You know, it's fun to fight. You know, it's satisfying to see the slow motion blows, and you know, the graphics look really nice. It's nice and flashy. It runs on Unreal Engine 4, so it looks really nice. Pretty demanding though. You need a PS4 Pro to even hit 1080p 60 frames. I think it runs probably 900p on normal PS4s. But yeah, it looks really nice, so I'd recommend it. The DLC practice is kind of stupid with like the extra Tekken bowling mode locked behind DLC. But honestly, I don't care about that mode that much, so I decided to pick it up, pick the game up. So I probably won't get the season pass, even though the DLC characters do look kind of cool. I think it's Geese Howard from King of Fighters is going to be one of them. I don't know what the next one's going to be, but hopefully it's like, it would be nice if it was someone from Virtua Fighter. That might tempt me to actually get the season pass, but yeah, it's a good game. It's not as bare bones as something like Street Fighter V or anything, but it could have had a little bit more on the extra features, but not too bad. But it is kind of scary the way gaming is going lately with DLC practices. Okay, next up we got this game to complete my Soul Calibur collection. Well, almost. There's like 1 or 2 more games I don't have, I think. But yeah, I got Soul Calibur 5, which a lot of people didn't like. And I can kind of see why. The story mode is kind of weird, and I don't know. But I do like it. Graphically, it's really nice. It's definitely a step up over Soul Calibur 4, which I never thought looked very good. So, yeah, it looks really nice. The fighting is as good as ever, in my opinion. There's probably things about it that the pros didn't like, but I definitely like it. But yeah, I think it doesn't have the normal arcade mode, just like Tekken 7 did, where you just pick a character and get an ending. I don't think there's any endings unless you play the segregated story mode where they force you to play as a certain character. I think it's like an original character that they make you play in the story mode. But yeah, the normal fighting is good. Graphically, it looks really nice for a PS3 game, so I think I got it pretty cheap, probably, you know, 20 bucks or under, so not too bad. Alright, and then here's a game that just arrived in the mail today, and it's what I was waiting for to do this video. And that is Yakuza Zero. So I have not gotten into the Yakuza series until now. Figured I should start with this game since it's the prequel to the entire series. And next month, Yakuza Kiwami comes out on PS4, and that's a remake of the first game. So I had some Best Buy credit, and it was on sale on Best Buy GCU for I think like, I want to say like 38 bucks maybe. So with all my gift credit, I got this for $8. So that was pretty cool. I have not tried it yet. I literally just got this in the mail. I'm gonna try it after I make this video. But yeah, it looks like a cool series. It's basically like free roam, beat 'em up, RPG, adventure in Japan with obviously the Yakuza theme. I think this one's in the 80s, so that should be kind of cool aesthetics too. People compare it a little bit to Shenmue, but I don't think it's quite the same. But maybe it'll give you kind of the same feeling. But yeah, I'm looking forward to trying this out, and then Kiwami. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll do a live stream of it if you guys would like to see that. Now the reason I got credit on Best Buy is because I picked up this game, Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac Age collector's steelbook, whatever. And I must rant for a second. Best Buy always ships these normal size cases in just a bubble envelope, even if it's a steelbook like this. So it's probably not going to show up on my camera. Oh, you can kind of see. See right there. There's like a dent. So this was all like, when this arrived, it was basically bent. So it had like a huge curve in it, which you can kind of still see. But I had to kind of like mend it back, and it caused this big like dent in the steelbook. So yeah, I called up Best Buy and told them, and of course they were all sold out of this steelbook, so they couldn't even replace it for me. So they're like, oh, just send it back and we'll refund you. And I'm like thinking, oh yeah, that's great. Then I don't get the steelbook at all, and I just get my money back. Oh, cool. So I was like, no, I want the steelbook. And so I basically argued with them to get, well, not argued, I'm very nice when I talk to them, but I'm very insistent when shit like this happens. So I got them to give me a $20 credit. I think I paid maybe $40 for this, something like that, or $42 with Best Buy GCU. So I did get the game for around 20 bucks. But still, man, like, Best Buy, you guys need to not ship steelbooks in bubble envelopes, because that does not protect these games. I can see you shipping, like, they ship this in a bubble envelope, and this is just a normal case. Who cares if that gets damaged? But if you're going to ship a steelbook, ship it in at least like a small box, or like one of those like cardboard envelopes that you fold over. Even that would help a little bit, because this clearly got crushed under, you know, the weight of a bunch of packages. But yeah, I did get the $20 credit, and then I had earned a $5 certificate from my GCU purchases, so that's why I was able to get this for $8. So even though it's dented, you know, it doesn't look too bad, but it is annoying. And Best Buy, you need to package shit better. And if shit gets damaged, they should have replacement copies so people can get a replacement. But anyways, at least it turned out good in the end, because I did get Yakuza Zero for $8, so that's cool at least. Okay, and, but oh yeah, I should probably mention a little more about Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac Age it's called. This is a very good game. There's maybe only one glitch with this remaster so far that I know of, and basically Captain Bosch's hair is static after the intro chapters. Like in the intro chapters, that character's hair moves normally like it's supposed to, like all the other characters. And then for some reason, when he rejoins your party, his hair is just like completely stiff, like he's using the best hair gel in Ivalice. But yeah, it kind of stands out, but it's not that bad of a glitch considering how many improvements are in this version. I have the original Final Fantasy 12 on PS2, and I was never able to finish the game. I just did not like it. But this game, I'm definitely addicted to. Like, I played it 3-4 hours the first night, and then like another 4 hours the next night. So yeah, I really like it. There's a live stream of me playing this on my channel if you guys want to check it out. But yeah, a lot of improvements. It brought the job system from the Japanese release of Zodiac job system version. But I believe this version lets you take on 2 different jobs instead of just limited to 1. So it kind of focuses your leveling up into more like a class-based thing. So it definitely makes leveling up more interesting. This version adds 2 times and 4 times speed mode, where it basically speeds up the game. Because there's a lot of like monotonous walking and grinding. And that speed mode you can toggle with the L1 button. It definitely speeds the game up quite a bit. And graphically, you know, I always thought this game was meant for HD, because on PS2, you know, it looks really jagged and, you know, low res, but the art looks really nice, so it translates really well into HD. And this does have PS4 Pro support, so I believe it runs 1440p, so it's a very clean image. Honestly, for a PS2 game, they could have done higher than 1440p, but when I played on my 1080p TV, there's no jaggies at all. Like, everything looks smooth. The thing is, though, I'm not sure if it runs super sampled on 1080p TVs, but it looks like it does, because I've played plenty of PC games at 1440p, like super sampled down to 1080p. And it looks similar image quality wise. Everything's really clean on the PS4 Pro, so I would recommend it. Yeah, it's got remastered music, or you can pick the original music. Yeah, it's a really nice looking version. It would be nice if they fixed that glitch with Bosch's hair not moving, but it's impossible for me to go back to the PS2 version at this point, so someone's hair not moving isn't going to stop me. But yeah, good version of the game. Highly recommend. Much better than it makes Final Fantasy 15 and, you know, Final Fantasy 13 look awful in comparison. Even though 12 is not my favorite Final Fantasy, like when you compare it to how the series has gotten, it's like a breath of fresh air playing it nowadays. That's kind of sad, though. It's just the state of gaming nowadays. Alright, so this is the last game I picked up. I believe I got this for 15 bucks maybe. That is Star Ocean 5, Integrity and Faithlessness. This game is not that great. I believe I might have even paid like $10 for this, or maybe even $8. It was really cheap. I think it was under 15 at least. And I wasn't going to buy this normally. I heard it's just super short. There's not a lot of cutscenes. It's a lot of just like characters standing around talking rather than, you know, cinematic direction. But paying that little for it definitely lessens the blow of how disappointing this is. I played maybe like 2 hours of it, and it doesn't seem too bad. I can see, if you paid full price for this, what the complaints would be. But if you can get this pretty cheap, I'd say it's worth it if you're itching for a new JRPG. So yeah, it's cool to get, I guess. Can't really say much about it. The battle system is, you know, classic Star Ocean style pretty much. It plays the same, where you either have a up-close attack or a far-away attack. So the combos you do are dependent on how close you are to the enemies. And you can control the entire party at will, so that's something that Final Fantasy 15 doesn't even do. But yeah, the story is pretty weak. I guess there's not a lot to do with outer space with this, which seems kind of weird for a Star Ocean game. But yeah, what I played so far, it just starts out in like a medieval village, and there's like hardly any mention of like space exploration or anything. But Maybe there'll be a little bit more later on, but yeah, for, you know, if you get it under 15 bucks, you probably won't feel ripped off. So yeah, that is my last pickups. So that's 13 new pickups today. Well, for the shit, my last video was probably 2 months ago. So yeah, I picked up 13 new games in like 2 months. So yeah, I will definitely have more of these videos coming up though. There's definitely, you know, there's, as far as retro, like older games, I probably have around 36 games left on my wish list. So a lot of them I won't be able to pick up for a while because they're so pricey. But I'm sure I'll be picking up several of them over the next couple months. And there's a couple new releases next month. Like I mentioned, Yakuza Kiwami on PS4 I'm definitely picking up. And what else? Oh yeah, the Raiden 5, that shoot 'em up series. I guess the physical version is coming to PS4 next month. It was digital only on Xbox One. So I'll be definitely picking that one up, because I think in my last pickups video I showed Raiden 4 for 360 that I picked up. So I'm definitely going to try to get all the games in that series eventually. So yeah, there probably won't be a pickups video next month. It'll probably be at least 2 to 3 months until I do another one. We'll see how my budget goes and how many, you know, older games from my wish list I can pick up in the future. But yeah, I'll definitely try to do some more random videos as well. You know, maybe another fast food angry consumption video. But yeah, other than that, it's been going good. I've been sticking with my workout routine. I've actually lost 25 pounds so far, and I think I've been exercising maybe 3-4 months straight now. So yeah, 25 pounds in that amount of time is a good deal. I'm hoping to lose another 20 to 25 pounds before winter, so hopefully you guys notice the difference. I feel good. I'm focusing on, you know, the short-term gains of working out. You know, it's tiring to do, but you know, after you get done working out, you take a shower, you get all cooled off, you feel great, and it occupies a lot of time that I would normally be thinking about negative shit. So I'm definitely focusing on the short-term gains such as that, you know, feeling good, breathing better, feeling more positive, occupying my time, stuff like that. That's what you should focus on when you're working out. You shouldn't focus on, you know, how you look so much. I mean, that is a nice bonus to working out, but if you want to stick with it, you just have to, you have to love the short-term gains of it. But anyways, that's enough from me for now. I'll see you guys on the next video. Anyways, peace out.